Well, for the first time in the electoral history of Andhra Pradesh, 6 voters were booked for accepting money from candidates in the recently held municipal elections. Cases under Sections 188 and 171E of the People's Representation Act have been registered against these voters of the Gudivada municipality in Krishna district. Interestingly, the voters found themselves in deep trouble after they cried foul that fake currency notes were distributed to them. The police swung into action to ascertain if the candidates were circulating fake currency notes to entice the electorate. The currency bills were sent to the laboratory for proper examination. After a preliminary inquiry, they established the fact that the currency notes were not faked and that they were printed before 2005. As per the RBI guidelines, these notes are still not outdated and can be exchanged across counters. The 6 voters told the police that they received the disputed currency notes from the YSR Congress party candidate. With the voters openly admitting to taking bribe to cast their votes, the police registered cases against them. This becomes the first case in the soon-to-be divided state where the authorities cracked the whip against voters for succumbing to the poll time enticements. But the police have remained mum on the role of YSRCP leaders, and this stoked fresh fire. Political parties and general public began accusing the police of trying to be hand in glove with the leaders who distributed money to influence voters. As per a direction of the Andhra Pradesh High Court, municipal elections were held across the state 2 days ago. Well, in fact, voters fell right into the trap after they went ahead and complained to the police that they were given fake currency notes in exchange of votes ahead of the elections. And the police officials who cracked down on these supposed counterfeit currency notes realized that they were not counterfeit but merely old notes dating back to before 2005. Now cases have been booked against the complainants for accepting money and for succumbing to the poll time enticements. Well, Shimoga Congress leader Madhu Bangarappa has launched a scathing attack on BJP's Lok Sabha candidate from Shimoga, B.S. Yediyurappa. Speaking at a public rally, Madhu Bangarappa admitted that Geeta Shivarajkumar may not have much experience in politics, but Yediyurappa certainly has earned a master's degree in corruption.
ಆದರೆ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ಹೃದಯ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಏನು ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯನ ಕೊಳ್ಳೆ ಹೊಡೆದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಇವತ್ತು ಮತವನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, 23 ದಿವಸ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಂದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮತ ಕೇಳೋ ಯೋಗ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಇವತ್ತು ಜಾತಿ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಮಾಡಿ, ಹಣದ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಮಾಡಿ, ಹಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಏನು ಹೋದ ಸತಿ ಸಂಸದರನ್ನ ಗೆಲ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮಗನ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪರು ಮೊದಲ ತಪ್ಪು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮಗನ್ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ತಪ್ಪು ನಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪರು ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
Well, in fact, Madhu Bangarappa went on to state that despite the fact that Geeta Shivarajkumar could be inexperienced, none can compete with Yediyurappa, who has a master's degree in corruption. Well, let's not forget that Geeta Shivarajkumar, daughter of Bangarappa and wife of hat-trick hero Shivarajkumar, has filed nominations with the JDS ticket from Shimoga constituency, and she will be taking Yediyurappa head-on. Even as Shivarajkumar is intensely campaigning for his wife, on the other hand, Yediyurappa is banking on his stronghold and the loyalty of the people of Shimoga. And while BJP's Lok Sabha candidate Anand Kumar seems to have found himself in a spot of bother, the BJP leader had organized a press conference at the party's Mangalore office today. The party had made arrangements for refreshments for the journalists attending to the meet, and this irked the Election Commission officials and sleuths who raided the party office and have now demanded an account of the entire refreshment served to media persons. Looks like Anand Kumar, the Bangalore South candidate for the BJP, could be in a spot of bother as he organized a press conference in Mangalore and refreshments were arranged for the journalists, but the Election Commission officials who were present on the spot were not too happy with this arrangement and demanded that an account be given of the kind of food that has been served to the journalists. in fact, this could amount to a direct violation of the Code of Conduct, but then the Election Commission is still looking into the matter. Only after the BJP will submit a detailed report on what exactly is the amount of food that was served to the journalists, how much was spent on that, then only will they be able to define the exact nature of violation. And moving on, the Mandya Congress leader Amaravati Chandrasekhar has come to the rescue of MP candidate Ramya after Congress leader Lingaraju launched a full-scale attack on the actor-turned-politician. Amaravati Chandrasekhar has come out to state that while there may be differences within party members, there is no difference of opinion between Ramya and Ambarish. He also stated that Ramya wanted to go to meet Ambarish in Singapore, but the party held her back, fearing that the meet would take on a controversial angle and affect the political prospects. Well, earlier in the day, Congress leader Lingaraju had accused Ramya of neglecting Srirangapatna. Lingaraju said that Ramya is acting like she does not need Ambarish or himself, as she has Rahul Gandhi's support. But even before Ramya could react, Amaravati Chandrasekhar seems to have come to her rescue. Well, in fact, Ramya came under attack earlier in the day when Srirangapatna Congress leader Lingaraju had gone on to state that Ramya behaves in a manner like she's already won elections and it does not give the due respect to Ambarish as well as Lingaraju. But this did not go down too well with the pro-Ramya leaders. Amaravati Chandrasekhar sprung to her defense and went on to state that she is very much in touch with her party workers, and that as far as the tension between Ambarish and Ramya is concerned, it is practically non-existent. Well, the police have seized a car in Kanpur near Goa-Karnataka border that was carrying unaccounted money. Around 20 lakh rupees was seized from inside the car. The car was seized from Chorla checkpost and the money was being transferred from Goa to a destination in Karnataka. The police is interrogating the driver of the car regarding the same. Let's not forget that ahead of elections, the police officials have become extremely stringent with such unaccounted money that is found especially moving across borders. The car with the unaccounted money amounting to 20 lakh rupees was seized in Belagavi today. It was seized along the border of Goa and Karnataka. The police officials are currently interrogating the driver of the car. And while there was a ruckus during AAP's roadshow in Delhi today, a member of the Aam Aadmi Party was seen slapping a man relentlessly for gate crashing the show. Well, the incident took place in New Delhi's Aam Aadmi Party's roadshow, where an Aam Aadmi Party worker was clearly irked with this gate crasher and slapped him instantly. Well, the incident took place in a roadshow that was organized by the Aam Aadmi Party in New Delhi, where the party workers realized that they had a gate crasher and it did not go down too well with them, and he was slapped numerous times by one of the party workers. Well, Jasmine Shah, an independent candidate in the Thrissur Lok Sabha constituency, is campaigning in a unique manner. Instead of just visiting people and asking for votes, this candidate is interacting with people on a different level. He is giving them a free health checkup. Jasmine Shah's supporters measure the sugar levels as well as the blood pressure levels of the voters. This unique campaign by the candidate is to ensure that politicians don't just ask for votes but also establish a close relationship with the voters. Let's not forget that candidates in Kerala have to face the fact that their voters are more informed and educated than anywhere across the country, and hence such unique measures could pay off in the long run. Well, this man that you see in the television screens is Jasmine Shah, a candidate, an independent candidate from Kerala's Thrissur Lok Sabha constituency. And not only was he seen moving around and asking for votes and campaigning for himself, but he was also seen giving people a free health checkup. And well, a day after stirring a controversy by questioning the oratory skills of Narendra Modi, Uma Bharati today reiterated that he is a popular leader but not a very good orator. In fact, Uma Bharati went on to state, and I quote, "I stand by what I said. Modi ji is extremely popular but not a good orator as A.B. Vajpayee ji." Bharati had on Monday said that Modi is not a good orator and people go to his rallies to show support rather than listen to him.
नरेंद्र मोदी को आपने कभी अगर भाषण करते हुए सुना हो, अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी हमारी पार्टी के सबसे अच्छे वक्ता थे। लोग बोलते हैं कि भारत की राजनीति में उनके जैसा वक्ता नहीं था, लेकिन अगर आपने गौर किया हो तो नरेंद्र मोदी जी बहुत अच्छे वक्ता नहीं है।
कल कहा था उसी को दिखाइए। दीदी कल भाजपा की बैठक दिल्ली में चलो, मैंने कल कहा था उसी को आप दिखा दीजिए।
Well, in fact, there we have it. Uma Bharati sticking to her stand, at the same time saying that Narendra Modi cannot become as good an orator as Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and that people go to his rallies to show support and not to listen to him speak. Well, in fact, Uma Bharati sticks to her stand despite several eyebrows being raised by her statements. Let's not forget that the BJP is being heavily dependent on Modi's popularity, his oratory skills, as well as his leadership qualities to take them past the magic number in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. But now looks like Uma Bharati, a member of their own party, has dismissed the supposed oratory skills of the BJP prime ministerial candidate.